gorilla stomping in a zoo. Check the vocals, animals gather right. Boom.
Hey everybody, and welcome back for another video. So on today's video, I hope you guys enjoyed our last one, by the way, of filling up the garden boxes. But on today's video, we're going to be moving on to a task that I've been putting off for numerous years actually. So where we are right now, if you want to call it my shed, my shop, my workshop, you know, all those terms would be correct. My garage, my detached garage. Anyways, in my detached garage, or my shed, I like to call it, is a loft. And in the loft, we enjoy some darts and some adult beverages at times. And as a result, you can get shortchanged needing to pee or whatnot. So an important feature of such a shed is the throne. So, being such an important feature of a shed, it should work properly, reliably, and to full function. Mine was not. When we first, built this shed, and I said, you know what, I'm going to put a toilet in my shed. I want a fully functioning bathroom minus a shower in my shed so that me and my guests can easily do our business without having to go into the main house and disturb anyone asleep or disturb the kids or wear wet muddy shoes across my floors, whatever your excuse may be. Either way, I wanted a working toilet so that people can come down from the loft upstairs, go in there, do what they got to do, and come back and join the party. So what we did, as far as a septic tank goes, we buried a 50-gallon drum, piped it the same way you would a septic tank, and called it done. Not many people were doing number 2 in it anyways. It was mainly just for making your water. So, no big deal. It leaches out into the leach field and we're all done. But something was wrong with that. Every now and then in a year, if it was after a heavy rain or a heavy melt, I can only assume that the barrel down under the ground was actually less waterproof than we thought and had some flaws, which was allowing water to get into the barrel. That's my assumption. And cause it so that you couldn't flush the toilet. You flush it and it would just sit there and not go down. It wasn't frozen to the best of my knowledge. It was just that the barrel was full. There was no room for the water in the toilet to go. It would slowly recede down the drain, but there was definitely no whoosh. And it could happen randomly. You could come out on a wet night and it could happen like that. So doing your proper business, if you got caught short and needed to do a number 2, you could be stuck looking at that number 2 in the toilet for a long time. And that's not what anybody desires out here at all. Alright, you don't want to do that in the shed. You don't want to leave a number 2 that people got to look at. And someone got to go trying to fix that. Especially with shed plumbing into a 50-gallon barrel drum buried under the ground. So, long story short, too late, I already gave you a long story. Long story. I'm going to get a proper septic tank. I'm going to get it installed for the shed. And I'll pay whatever it takes to get this figured out because it's overdue. Every winter, every melt after a winter, I keep saying it. Well, the opportunity has arose because I have a backhoe and dump truck coming to drop off some topsoil to top up my fence posts. I recently had fence posts done last year. Once they were backfilled, the soil settled over the winter past, and now I'm left with a bunch of posts that look like graves. So I need those topped up, flattened out, and then get ready to do the fence this summer, hopefully. So since I'm going to have a backhoe here and a dump truck, it's a lot more cost effective if I get them to do more work while they're here. So I figure, you know what, this is the opportunity. I'll go get a septic tank, we'll install it while they're here, just round it all up to one big bill, and we'll deal with it. And then I'll call it done. All right, and the shed can be proper the way I intend it. So there you go. It's been 5.5 minutes of me telling you what's going on, and finally we're at the end of the introduction to what's happening today. All right, this is probably actually going to happen over the next few days, just so you know. I may start recording this on a different day because I don't know exactly what day the backhoe and dump truck are going to arrive, and hopefully I'll have all the supplies I need in time for the septic tank and won't cause any delays there. Alright, I think that brings us up to where I'm getting ready to go right now in the truck, and that's to get a septic tank. It's a 250-gallon septic tank designed for small cottages, cabins, or the shed. Alright, so I'm going to get in the truck, check in with you guys when I can. Wish me luck. I think this is probably going to be a big job we're getting into. Alright, see you shortly.